Hello everyone, welcome back to our new video. So today we will be working on a question from Coding Ninjas, which is an easy question, and this question has been asked in many companies, which includes Microsoft, LinkedIn, and many other big companies. So I will be dropping the link in the description where you can go and check out the question and try to solve it yourself. So the question is rotate array, and you can see we are given an array and with an n elements, and our task is to rotate it by k steps. And you can see they have given you the where k is a non-negative. Make sure you always write the test cases in the code. So let's get started. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 1 goes at the back of the array and 2, 3, 4, 5 moves to the left of an array. So it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Second, for k equal to 2, you can see 1 and 2 are the first two elements which are moved at the back of the array, and rest of the elements have moved to the left of the array. Next, k equal to 3. So 1, 2, 3 have been moved at the right of an array, and other two elements have moved left of the array. So this is the question. So let's get started and let me explain you what's happening. This question, we will use two methods. One, uh, the of array, rotation of array. Second one, we can use slicing method. And third one, we can use modulo function. All three takes order of n, but these two are quite smaller and easier for us. So let's begin with the first method, rotation of array. Okay, let's begin with the rotation of array using rotation method. So let's take an example. First, we have an array. Five and 6. K value is 2. So the output will be 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2. This is our output. So let's try to solve it. So first, this is our array. Let's take it down. Okay. Let's take this as 0 to k minus 1. And this is k2 length of array. So here k is the value which is given to us in the question. So first k minus 2 is 0 minus 1, which is 2 minus 1, which is 1. So it has the value 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So array of 0 is 1. Array of value 1 is 2. Next, k to length. So k to length array of k which is right now array of 2, which is 3, array of 4, which is 4, array of 5, which is 5, which is the last element. So we can use this as a way. We can use def rotate array, where we are passing array from 0 to k minus 1, where k minus 1, the k is the k which will be provided in the question, the rotation. Second time will go for k to length minus 1, and the third time will go for reversing the array from 0 to length minus 1. So how it will look? So for this one, let's look at here. So 0, to k minus 1, if we reverse this, reverse 0 to k minus 1, so we have 0 to k minus 1 is 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is 2 comma 1. Now next, reverse k to length minus 1. So k to length minus 1 is this one, which is 3, 4, 5. It will become 5, 4, 3. So we have 5, 4, 3. So right now our array is 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. And the last step, which was this one, this is a reverse of the whole array. So we need to reverse the whole array from 0 to length minus 1. So it will become 3, 4, 5, 1 and 2. So this is our answer. Let's see if this is correct. So this was our question. This is our answer. So answer is 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And the answer is 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So it's correct. So let us write the condition. Let us write the function first. Def rotation, or we can say rotated. Okay, rotation is fine. Array start end. Let's take the while loop. While start is greater than end, which is true. Let's replace the array which is on start, and array which is on end equal to array at end and array at start. So basically we are replacing the array which is at the initial point with the array at the last, and the array which is at the last replacing with the array which is in the starting position. So this is the swapping of the values. Next, start plus plus and end minus minus. So this is your function. Let's call the function rotation array 0 to k minus 1, rotation array k to length minus 1, and the last one where we need to rotate the whole array, so it will be array 0 to length minus 1. So this is our whole code, and you make sure to find the length of an array. So you can find the length somewhere here equal to length of array. So you're finding the length. You're first rotating an array from 0 to k minus 1, and then k to length minus 1, and then you're rotating the whole array. And for the following, we have the function over here. We are just replacing the values from the start to end and end to start, and then we are incrementing the start variable and decrementing the end variable, and we are good to go. So this was a step where we rotate an array using the normal rotation method. Next, we will be talking about the slicing method. So before going to the slicing method, let's go and see it on our terminal, and let's see whether the code passes the test cases or not.
This platform, and uh, we have taken the input of all the array, and then we have took the input for k values. We found out the array length, and then we have implemented a check. If the k value is less than or equal to 0, we will be printing the array as it is, else we'll be finding out the reducing the value of k if the k value goes higher than the array of length, and then we will be rotating it through this process, which I have already taught you in the video, and then we will be printing the array. So let's see if it works or not. So it passes all test cases, and it should accept it. Yes, so everything is good, so we can use it. So now let's move on to the second method.
So guys, let's start with the third method, which is modulo method. Modulo method. Okay, so as the name suggests, modulo method, so we are using a modulo function over here, and let's see how it works. So first, let's begin with this way. Let's create a function which is def rotate. We are passing array and the k, as well as let's pass the length also of an array, and then we'll create an, let's put indentation, little bit indentation, and yes, so let's put an empty array which is rotated array equal to an empty. Now we'll run a for loop for x in range till array of length. So we already have length over here, we are just passing it over here. And then if you see, we'll just append rotated dot array dot append, and then we'll just pass our array, and then it's k plus x modulo array of length, and we are good to go. So let me tell you how it works, especially this one. It's array of k plus x modulo array of length. I'm so sorry guys, my handwriting is very horrible. Uh, just type length. So let's start with initial k value over here is, let's take it 3. So for x is equal to 0, so is equal to 3 plus 0 modulo, let's take length is 6, 6. So 3 modulo 6, which is 3. So now array of 3 equal to rotated of array. So now array of 3 becomes 0, rotated of array 0's value. So it goes here. Same with 3 plus 1 divided by 6, which is 4 divided by 6, which is 4. So rotated array of 1 equal to array of 4. So this occur till rotation of array 2, array of 5. Now when it comes to 6, so rotation of 3, so that will be 3, 4, 5, and then 6 plus 1 divided by 7, so it will be, sorry, 6, 7 divided by 6, which will be 1. So new array of 3 will be array of 1. So from here we were passing array of 3, then array of 4, array of 5, and then once this is done, when the k value goes to 7, which is greater than the length of the size, then the modulo function, our modulo function works, and then it sets the value to 1, and then we are pushing the array value of index sorry, we are pushing the value of index 1 to rotated array of value 4, and then we can print rotated of 4. sorry, rotation, we can print rotated array, and we are good to go. So let's see the code on our system and just try to run.
With the second solution. So you can see we have implemented the check on the k values. We have taken the input of array and the k values. We have found the length of an array, and then we are using the slicing method where we are doing a slicing after to get all the values after the k and the values from 0 to k minus 1, and then we are adding all those numbers to an variable name rotated array, and then we are printing the rotated array. So let's try. So I already run the test cases, it looks good, and let's try to submit, and yes, it was accepted. So guys, let's move to the third solution.
So hi guys, so today we will be starting with the second method, which is slicing method. So let me tell you how slicing method works. If you have an array, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is our array. And if you type array and if you type like 1, so it will give you everything after 1. So if you 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you type this way, it will give you every element except the last element of an array. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this can help us to append both the arrays according to the values of k. So let me show you how. So let's make an function which is def rotated. We'll be passing the value k and the array. Here we will be implementing a check. What if the value of k goes greater than the length of an array? So if k value goes 9 and our length of an array is only 8, so it creates an issue. So for this we will be using a modulo function. So let's use this first. Uh, Here is our modulo function. So we'll use a modulo function where k is equal to k modulo by array length. So if you need an array length, let me write it also, array length. So let's first get the array length. So it will be length equal to len of array. So we get a length array over here, and you can see, yeah, we got the length, and then we will be putting k equal to k modulo length. So if k value is let's take k value as 9 and length of array is 8, so it will make a 9 modulo 8, which will be 1. So it will be k of 1 indexing. Okay, let's get back. We went okay. So k value will be 1. If k value 8 and length is also 8, so it will be 8 modulo 8, which will give us 0. So k is equal to 0. So we are implementing a check on the k values. So till here, that's fine. Now we have implemented a check. Now let's create a variable called rotated array, and then we'll just make an array from k value to the end plus append array from behind to the forward, and then we'll just return rotated of array. Okay, so how it works, let me show it to you. So let's suppose k value is 2. We have this array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is very easy. It's 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2. Okay, so for value of array 2, so it says get all the elements after the second element. So after the second element in an array. So this is the first element, this is the second element. So after the second element we have 3, 4, 5. So output is 3, 4, 5. Now next is array 2. So from the back onwards. So from the back onwards, get all the elements which are last two. So which are the last two? It's 2 and 1, which is and 1. Now let's append it. So array this is array of this, which will give you 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2. So you got the answer. So the total it takes is order of array of length, which is order of n. So this is the second method. If you have any issues, feel free to comment in the comment box. Now let's move on to the third method. But before that, let's execute this on our Coding Ninjas platform, and then let's see if it passes all the test cases or not. So let's go to the screen.
So we made a check first on k values, where k value should be smaller or should not be smaller than 0, or if it's 0, print the normal array. Else we put a check on the k values also, where if k value is greater than the array of length, we will be doing a modulo function with an array of length, and then we are calling a function where we are passing the array length, and the k values. So here is the function, and at last we are printing the rotated array. Let's run the function, I mean the code, and it test passes the all check, and yeah, it looks good. So guys, thank you for guys. That's it for the video. If you have any issues, feel free to comment in the comment box.